Paul Pogba is set to leave Juventus after the suspension that got reduced. It used to be, a lot longer than it is, but he's going to be coming back to football around March where he could finally play professionally. But Paul Pogba and Juventus have finally came to an agreement letting him be a free agent. The lad is now going to be training in Miami. He can be allowed to train with his new club in January once he gets it figured out what club he'll be playing for, and he will be allowed to train with them, but he won't be allowed to play an official game until March 2025, which is a lot better than it used to be. He was going to be suspended for years. It looked like Paul Pogba was going to be retiring, but the perfect team for this lad, who still has a lot of football in him. The football has not left Paul Pogba yet. I can guarantee you this lad right here can still be a world-class midfielder. The problem is somebody needs to take a chance on Paul Pogba. And I'm here to tell you the perfect team. Yes, it is not Chelsea. It is Arsenal. Look at this lineup right here, right? You've got, Thomas Partey, Declan Rice, Martin Odegaard, and then you have Mikel Merino as an option, and then you also have Jorginho. Now, this is the crazy thing. Jorginho and Thomas Partey have a very low time on their contracts. Thomas Partey literally has the chance of leaving for free after this season. Now, what better replacement for Thomas Partey, right, than Paul Pogba? The most complete midfielder of all time. Argue with the wall when it comes just based on skills. There is not a midfielder that I would take over Paul Pogba. I believe he's the perfect number 8 for any team. If you tell me to give you the all-time greatest midfield ever, I would go with Xavi. I mean, not Xavi. Sorry, not Xavi. I would go Iniesta, Pogba, Busquets. That's my 3 midfielders right there. If I had to go in one game to beat whatever other team and I could choose any midfield ever, that's my midfield. And to have Paul Pogba just there on a free. Paul Pogba is in his early 30s. You can get a 3-year deal out of him and get the best football out of him. He's proven it that he can do it in the Prem. He's proven that he can do it at Juventus. He's proven and given great Champions League performances. He's got a World Cup under him. He's came short of a Champions League. It took the MSN to come up against them and beat him, right? But Paul Pogba, you throw him into this team, right? If you want, you put Declan Rice at the central defensive position. You put Paul Pogba, put Odegaard. That's a brilliant midfield, lad. A brilliant midfield, putting Pogba, Declan Rice, and Martin Odegaard. I genuinely believe you could fix your midfield, depth with the departures of Thomas Partey and Jorginho. I would prefer having Pogba than those two, and then you can spend big money on a left winger, which I would love for it to be Rodrigo, or a striker, which I believe I would rather have a left winger, because I understand all Martinelli scored this game, but he was absolutely dog. He was dog water, this lad. And then Trossard comes in and costs the game. There's not much options when it comes to the left wing position. We've got one world class player, and then we got a class player here, and then we've got a banter player on the left wing. And if we could just get a world class left winger, I believe this front three could potentially win the double in the Champions League, in the Premier League. And you throw in Paul Pogba, lads. Come on, is it even fair? Because when I look at Paul Pogba, I see him being able to fit into Arteta's style. I genuinely believe Paul Pogba could fit into any style. He has the vision and the ability to hit a long ball, to be able to play counterattacking football and long ball. He's got the poise to be able to play on the ball and short passes, pass and go, to be able to play possession football. This guy's the perfect midfielder. He could put him in any system, and he could definitely do it for Mikel Arteta's Arsenal here, because they go from counterattacking football to possession football. He would be ideal, the ideal number 8. You just put Declan Rice into number 6 position, and I'm telling you, these lads are gonna cook. They genuinely would cook. A goal-scoring midfielder going to Arsenal and Paul Pogba would absolutely be insane, and all at the price of $0 transfer fee. He's free, and his wages can't be that high because he still has to prove himself after that suspension. So it's like, it's a win-win. It's a low-risk, high-reward type of deal. I would genuinely love to bring in Paul Pogba. You either let Jorginho or Thomas Partey go, you bring in Pogba, you've got a stacked midfield, a stacked one. The only concern I would have is injury concern, because obviously Paul Pogba has gotten a little bit older and he has had his injury fair share of trouble. But if we could keep him healthy, you have a world-class midfielder on your hands for free. and on a discount too. It would be absolutely ideal. It's great business. He would come in and, what better revenge to Man United getting their, record transfer fee out Paul Pogba, getting him on a free and getting the best out of him. And make him score against United like they've had Alexis Sanchez and Van Persie all do against Arsenal, right? But anyways, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more videos. Leave a comment down below. Would you take Paul Pogba on a free at Arsenal, or would you rather extend Thomas Partey and Jorginho? But anyways, thank you guys for watching.